Hello and welcome to a little guide to Galactic Civilizations 3. Actually, this is not a real professional guide which will show you how to play the game, but it is something which will make your start much easier and also shows a big problem the game has, in my opinion. And so we'll start with creating a new game. And just for demonstration, I take the humans, but you can take basically every race you like. It doesn't really make a difference for this. So we take the humans. Everything is on standard. I set all different races in here. Well, it doesn't really matter what the difficulty is and so on. Galaxy size, I don't think it's really working on tiny and small, but probably from medium onwards, well, depending on the opponents, it should work. So you take, let's take huge with all opponents and tight clusters, start. Then we generate our little galaxy, and here we are, blah blah. Okay, so we see we have tons of stars around us, and the very first thing we do is to go into our shipyard and to create a sensor ship. A sensor ship is basically just a hull from a cargo ship, like this. Then we go to equipment, we go to the modules, and then we put tons of sensors on our ship. Bam! Now we've got a sensor range of 24 tiles. Save. Sensor ship. Bam! Ready. Now we take this sensor ship in here. It takes 37 turns, but of course we have 5,000 credits, and so credits are for spending. We built this sensor ship, and now we see we've got the most stars on the top left. We should make sure, I think we don't get an event on the very first planet, but we will get events on if we make a colony on a new planet in a new star system. And we don't see any anomalies here. We just fly a little out, but this will all change in the next turn. And there's a scout. The scout is mostly useless. Then research. We can. It doesn't really matter what we research for this starting technique. Let's just take interstellar travel and just build something. What we do, what have we here? Population approval, this is military. We just build a factory here and ready. Turn. Now we got our second turn and we basically see everything. So now we have here, we see that we've got pirates, pirate sniper, we've got a class 10 planet, a class 14 planet, 9, 17, well it's radioactive, but who cares? And there we have class 9. Okay, so we take this one. It's 10, but it's very close by. So we go to this planet. This sensor ship reveals everything in a 24 tile radius. So we have the possibility to just go to all the planets we like in this area. It completely eliminates all the exploration in the early game. because you already know what to do, where to go, where the pirates are, where the anomalies are, where you need to go with your survey ship. So the complete exploration is out of the game. And then what we do next is well, shipyard doesn't really matter what we do here. Let's take double constructors, which is a nice thing. It's basically, if you want to do constructing work on star bases, you can just build a constructor and put 2 constructing modules in it, which is 45 each. And so you can use one ship to build a starbase and then directly to put a module in it. And so we just send this somewhere, doesn't really matter. So constructor, turn. Now the next thing I want to show is following. We just go to one planet. And now the important thing is that we take the pragmatic choice. And, well, I just put a factory here, doesn't really matter. And then, yeah, go somewhere there. We also find a lot of money within these first artifacts, so the 5,000 gold should, 5,000 credits, or billion credits, should fill up pretty fast. So the next important thing is that in the ideology tree we take the constructive thing, which gives us 3 free constructors. Alright, now here we see our 3 constructors. And the next thing we do is go back to the designer, create a new design, and now we create a colony ship. And to do that, we first check how far is the distance to the planets we want to settle on. Now we can press Control on your keyboard, and then you can see the distance, and it's 12 moves. And there it's 9 moves, and there's 19 moves, and this is 21 moves. But, well, from there it's less. So, yeah, we should go with about 19 moves maybe, 19 tiles. And so back to the designer. We create a new design. Take a cargo hull. And then, of course, we build a colony module in it. And we have a base range of 16. And now we can expand it with this life support mass, and then we should be able to reach everything we have in range. Well, you can also see, I mean, ship range is 24, and we have a vision of 24 tiles, so that should perfectly fit. And in order to get there fast, we can use the hyperdrive, which isn't really a good module, but it's also pretty cheap, so we just fill up the ship with that. We call that Speed Colonizer. Save. Done. Now, the next important step is that we take our constructors and click on each constructor, upgrade, Speed Colonizer. It's whole 90 credits, so it's nothing at all, and click on upgrade. Next one, upgrade, Speed Colonizer, upgrade. Next one, details, upgrade, Speed Colonizer, upgrade. Alright, next turn. Now we have our 3 colonizers, and we can take our population. No. Let's go to this planet here. just fill it up with 3. It's not really that fast, it's still just 5 tiles because of the module. If we put some research into interstellar travel, it will be faster, but they will also be faster retroactively because it improves the moves of everything by 1. So we still get a bonus even if we do not craft anything with it. And so yeah, we have the next colonizer, go to the planet, next one. Of course, you need to check how much you want to keep remaining on the planet. But the thing is that there's a diminishing returns on population, so even if you've got only 1 population on your planet, you have 3 production, or 3 of this production value here. And while each additional population is worth a lot, or yeah, it is worth more in the beginning, it's worth less after the more population you have. So from 1 to 2 population there's a difference of 0.6, and from 18 to 19 there's a difference of something like 0.2 something, or 0.3, so half the difference. And yeah, that's basically it. So you just go with your just move out with your colonized ships, and then let's go here. And then take the next one to Anselm. Eject ship. Earth still has 2 left, which should be fine. And then you can see, well, this is taking 4 turns. This is taking 2 turns. And this is also taking 2 turns. So we get tons of new colonies. Yeah. Idle ship. Just stay there and do nothing. It isn't the most clever thing to do, but I just want to show. Idle ship. That's the sensor ship. Explore a little bit more. You can also see enemies very early. You can see pirates where the strong resources are, and so on. So the next planet, and tons of events. And now we can go take Pragmatic, for example. Pragmatic. Idle ship. Well, it doesn't really mean that Pragmatic is always the best decision, but the very first time you should take Pragmatic to get the constructors. And now we are, well, even if you took Benevolent or Malevolent, you would have 20 points. And now you can choose the second thing. And so it's also very easy to get 2 ideological traits in the very beginning. Let's just take something Shipyard Decay less, which is also cool because our planets are close by, so basically we could place a shipyard, or we could just use this shipyard. And because we are humans and we already have very a decay bonus, so we can put everything in here. And we don't have a decay. And of course there's also still the planet we have here, Mars. Turn. Idle colony, I just built something. Of course, this is not what you should do. Research! We can travel faster. Just take something, idle ship. Go away. And our next planet. And we still take this. And we've got the next one. So let's check again. We are in turn 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets, which are all extremely well because we've seen everything right from turn 2. We've got our sensor ship, which is showing us everything around our starting planet. It just costs 2000 credits, which is really nothing. Then the important thing is that you which is also completely unbalanced and is taking the exploration part out of the game. We can go with our survey ships, take the anomalies. Then the upgrading of the constructors is completely unbalanced because it just takes 90 credits to upgrade to a colony ship, and then we can just spread out like crazy. And yeah, at turn 8 we have 5 colonized planets, the best planets around, and we already have 2 the first one basically doesn't count because we already used it completely, but yeah, we got our second trade, and of course you have a completely free choice what you want to take there. So yeah, this is a little help, so to say, but actually I would call it an exploit or 2 exploits. And yeah, if you think this is a good start, not for you but for a game, then it's fine. But if you think the developers should change anything, like give a diminishing returns on sensors or something like that, or increase the price to upgrade to colony ships, you might want to visit the forums and write something in there so that they are going to change it, to address it. The game has a lifespan, estimated lifespan of 7 years, where there will be lots of patches and expansions, and so it's very likely that they will also do more or less drastic changes at some point. But I think these are some things which should be fixed rather sooner than later. Yeah, that was it from me, and I will say goodbye for now. Have fun!